Hello and welcome. It's my birthday today, so I got myself an American flag to celebrate my time in the service. I wanted to pay respect, to this country. I'm really happy to be here. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different again. I have to share something personal before we move forward. With the political climate going on and stuff, there are some things I have to do for my safety. I wrote a script, so I'll just read from there if that's okay. Please bear with me. It is my birthday, so your presence can be my present. Thank you so much for being here. I was talking to my therapist, and I'd like to share something personal. She and I came to the conclusion that with everything going on in the world, the many directions of attack that can be made against me from a systemic perspective, it may be for my benefit to consider changing how I live. There's probably only one person in the world like me, someone who came out as trans after receiving the COVID vaccine and was removed from the military as a result. When I was younger, my dad would say, "To thine own self be true." I didn't really know what it meant, but it sounded like the part in Babe, "Ba ram you." And Babe was a pig who believed in being something more than an animal whose intelligence is limited by circumstances of birth. I'm going to go ahead and take the flag down real quick. That kind of hit. Make sure I'm paying proper respect, hanging it and all that. My grandma Lawless, a wonderful woman in her life, taught me the hottest place in hell is for liars. And it always stuck with me. It was easy to understand that there is a justice, and be it in this life or the next, our actions have consequences. I still don't think I knew what it meant until I got older. She passed on when I was but a wee child, so I never got to clarify if I was on the right track. Little background on me. My dad raised me with 3 brothers. I saw my mom every other weekend, but after my grandma passed, my dad had taken on most of the responsibility for my brothers and I. And if I had to define myself, I just so happened to roll a natural 20 on my luck in life. My family is absolutely incredible, and I have an internal moral compass that has always pointed true. Believe it or not, the sticky part of Sticky Basket is a reference to a push pop I stole when I was 13, and I still harbor guilt against myself for it. Even though Albertsons isn't a thing anymore, and it's way past the statute of limitations, my heart still weighs heavy for my sins, despite paying more than tenfold the value of that push pop back to the world through good deeds. Because I don't think I have been true to myself. I was born into this world unfettered. Social constructs hadn't formed, and no knowledge of the world allowed me to perceive nothing but the truth of what I saw. I rarely got into trouble, and I came close a few times. My dad would affectionately refer to me as a Teflon Don, and later on, the Teflon Donna, because nothing would ever stick to me. I'd get into a fender bender and settle it with a couple $100 and a handshake, or get pulled over by a police officer and break out my knee pads for American authority. I don't mean to brag, but my report cards used to say, "Is a pleasure to have in class." So I'm a little bit of a fun person to be around. And I am honestly glad to have sacrificed my mental well-being for this country. I believe the rights I stood up to defend are worth defending. I represent the fighting spirit of those who have gone before me to defend freedom and democracy around the world, and I have not yet begun to fight. So it pains me to say what I'm about to say. I'm Chloe Nolan. I am a proud trans veteran, and I am so happy to be able to share the story of Dark Souls with you. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I need you to know, though, I'm detransitioning. No longer am I a proud American. I'm just an American. I had a friend when I was in Bahrain he was from France. He used to call me a dumb American, but his country is the one who gave us a copper statue. Haven't you all heard of tarnish? I'm sure the Statue of Liberty was pretty when you gave it to us, but ugh. What do you call that, a patina? It's all in good fun, my friends. I love France, and I'll adopt that. I'll say I'm a dumb American. I hope we make it through this era of revolution. Chloe Baloney, peacing out. Miss me with your gay shit, Mr. Trump. Goodness me, I feel so much better. Thank you all for joining me if you're still here. I made this video as a birthday gift to myself, but I'll have a video about Dark Souls this weekend, I promise. I appreciate you guys coming on this journey with me so far. It's been a wild month. And to think that at the start of it, all I wanted to do was play Dark Souls and share the lore, but oh my goodness, the new president and how directly he's sort of insulted my experience. I am incredibly thankful for all my supporters on here. You guys are awesome. Truly, I love all of you, and you make posting these videos be such a boon in my life, especially during these trying times. I would like to say, if you are in an affected population, I want you to know you aren't alone. I know I'm pissed, I'm scared, and I'm cognitively trapped reliving my own trauma because the world echoes such a terrible sentiment against my community. But most of all, I'm Sticky Basket. And behind the slurs the world throws at us, we are all still people. Because consider this. Without you, only bots would watch my videos. And if that were the case, I wouldn't have the opportunity to feel your presence. But I do feel your presence, and it makes my world a million times better. So thank you all for joining me. Again, I'll have another video out this weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.